In last week's episode of Blackboard Fridays, we talked about understanding your brand archetype, how to take the brand of your business and match it up with some of the neuroscience that connects much more intuitively and instinctively in your customer's mind. How by tapping into a specific point on this matrix between stability and risk and belonging and independence, you can create a character with cut-through that makes your brand more memorable and the meaning behind your brand much more powerful to your potential clients. And I recommended that you went to brandonian.com and undertook the indicator to see which of these 12 fits best for your business. This week I'm going to talk about how you can take that information and really leverage that for your business and your marketing communications. Once you're clear about the character of your brand, and I'm going to use as an example the sage. So the sage is the Yoda character in Star Wars. It's that all-knowing, all-wise character that we immediately familiarize ourselves. And in the modern world, the great example of a sage brand is Google. When you have a question, you know exactly who to go to get an answer, and that's the wisest sage of them all, google.com. So if you were a sage brand, it would be important for you to make sure that all of your marketing communicated that that's exactly what you're known for, that's what you're famous for. So making sure that you communicate your wisdom, your ability to find answers or solutions for your clients is front and center on the website. There's no value in you bouncing around with some of these different messages. Yes, it might be cool to every now and then be a rebel and get a photo of your CEO on his Harley. But if that's not the archetype that you're standing for, communicating that message just confuses things in the market. It fails to connect and resonate with your clients. Now, once you've built your primary archetype, you do have the opportunity to leverage some of those points on the compass that are adjacent to. So Google, for example, did a very, very good job of shifting some of their focus into more of a creator space, actually establishing themselves as a research company, not just for the benefit of having answers, but also the ability to go forth and create. Now, the risk that they actually had, seeing as how they've got a little bit more spare cash than you or I, is that some of the things they created, some of their moonshot projects, actually started to take off. And eventually, Google found they needed to rebrand their entire company in order to prevent the confusion that was being created. And so they established Alphabet as their overarching brand. Alphabet is a creator, and it allowed the Google brand to continue to be that sage without blurring it. On a campaign basis, so a short-term focused marketing campaign, you do have the ability to cross the matrix, to actually play with something directly opposite your primary brand archetype. You do this because it creates dissonance in your clients, where they know you as the sage, suddenly seeing you as the jester pulls them out of that ad blindness and allows them to reinforce their relationship with your business all over again. You need to be careful how much you use this. You don't want to change your business to the jester. But for Google, who famously have every April Fool's Day a prank that they play somewhere in their ecosystem, having the occasional opportunity to play the jester reminds the world how all-knowing and all-powerful they actually are as a sage brand. So which of these 12 archetypes do you want to stand for? Do you have the ability to stand out as something different in the marketplace? If you're, for example, a charity, deciding you're a caregiver when everyone else is a caregiver doesn't help you stand out. But once you've chosen which of these 12 is most powerful for you, then you have a chance to leverage that, to go deep on that message, to communicate that this is who we are, this is what we stand for, in a way that cuts through all of the advertising noise and creates a relationship with your client. And then with that guidance for you and your entire team about how to communicate your brand and your message, you then have the opportunity to have a bit of fun on either side, and every now and then by going opposite. Your brand, your branding, your marketing needs to be fun. It needs to create energy in the world. And in my experience, Brand Archetypes and the incredible work from the team at Brandonian allows small to medium businesses to do exactly that in a way that's much faster and much more powerful than any other brand tool I've seen or used.